Hey yo, what's good? What's good? What is up? Hello, hi, good afternoon, all of my great fandoms. How you doing? I am riding the fandoms here. Nice to see you. What's good? We are back with episode 25 of our podcast, the Lightning Round Podcast. Nice to see everyone. So today, how you doing, Dolus? Was good. So today, for people that don't know what we do here, in case if you're new, I have to say it: 25 episodes in, no matter what. For anyone that does not know how Lightning Round works over here, does not know how my schedule works over here, this is how we do things. Every week, at the very least, every week we either start out or we end the week with a little podcast I like to call Lightning Round, where while yes, I am a streamer that plays video games and I love having to play video games, we need to take a breather, take a step back, and talk about things that are going around the world, around either the internet, around the world in general, if possible, and stuff that we talk about. So we have been doing this for 25 episodes. You guys can look back on the YouTube playlist from when I first started this up to now, and I've been getting more and more, and I've been more comfortable. I've been very happy to do this whole talk show, this whole podcast with all of you guys that have been tuning in and supporting every step of the way. So today's episode topics, we only have a few here because there's not a whole lot. A lot of it really should have been talked about last week, and I really wanted to talk about it last week. But of course, if y'all did not know, I got sick, so I couldn't really talk about anything because my throat was killing me. And for someone that does podcasts, you can't have a fucked up throat. You can't have a fucked up speaking voice. But today we only have a few things we want to talk about today. We want to talk about our last NFT discussion, and this involves what's been going on with Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee apparently they decided to put up NFTs of him. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about Me Six apparently adopting this whole thing. This is gonna be our last discussion on it because here's the deal. I want y'all to understand something. I don't want this podcast, as much as I don't mind having to talk about it. It's gotten much better. Yeah, bro. Keep doing what you can to get better with it, because having a sore throat ain't fun. But yeah, to let y'all know, this is gonna be the last episode I'm probably gonna discuss about this. Has been like 4 or 5 episodes in, and this is the thing. I don't want this whole podcast to be ingrained into talking about NFTs. Like, y'all already know how much I'm against them. Y'all aware how much all of us are against them. So should people need a good reminder, you can give them a little bit of a refresher by sending them one of these episodes.
Oh no.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and send them a refresher to let them know that we're not down with these NFTs, in case it hasn't been blatantly known already after like 3-4 episodes of talking about this. So yeah, just to let y'all know, this is gonna be our last discussion on it. And of course, last but not least, we need to talk about the NFL. We need to talk about the situations that happened with Antonio Brown. We do need to talk about that. I know it's already been talked about throughout this week, but I personally haven't been able to discuss it. So I'm going to talk about that with Antonio Brown. And I'm going to talk about the playoffs. I'm going to talk about the Week 18 games. We're going to talk about the playoffs that are going to be coming up this upcoming week. So let's talk about the NFTs first, because this is going to be quick. So, for people that were not aware, and no, I'm not going to bother putting them up here because it's not worth it. I got so angry about the Bruce Lee and Castlevania NFTs. Yeah, I forgot about that too. When will these companies learn that NFTs will fail? And I'm going to get to that in a minute. So, I'm going to get to that right now, actually. So, for people that have not been aware, on Twitter, more scum bullshit has decided to happen in the Twitter world, or in this case, within the crypto world. Now, I'm going to let y'all know, We've heard of crypto before. Crypto isn't new. At the time, crypto wasn't even all that bad. But the thing that's a bit of a shame is now when you talk about crypto, you have to associate it with NFTs. And the more sad part about this is now people that run Bruce Lee's Twitter have now decided to sit up there and do the same thing that they have done for Stan Lee, and decide to do the same thing for Bob Ross, where they take these legendary figures in our life that have clearly passed on, that have made their mark in human history in some way, and they decide to go completely against what they stand for by making money off of them after their death. Now, here's the deal, the way how I see it. You don't even have to know a damn thing about NFTs. What happened to Bitcoin amidst all this cryptocurrency shenanigans? Bitcoin's still going around. It's still going around. Bitcoin is still very much going around. It's just the thing with it is NFTs starting to become this new rage. It's still going to hang around for quite a while. It's just people are so into this whole NFT bullshit. Also, Agus, welcome. How you doing, Agus? Hope everything's been great with you, my man. How was your stream? Last time I talked with you, you said you were gonna stream, and I hope your stream went well. I'm sorry I didn't catch it. To point out with that, like I said, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? You don't even have to know what NFTs are for real, but you can see how scummy this is. Haven't been able to stream recently. That's fine, Agus, man. Just continue to rest, my man. Continue to rest. So of course we had Stan Lee. We had Chadwick Boseman, by the way, from the Black Panther. We had Chadwick Boseman. We have Bob Ross, because Funko decided to fuck around and do it. We have Bruce Lee. This is what I don't get, right? It's one thing to try to make money off of a product or artwork, especially when the person is still around and they blatantly choose to do it. It's one thing to do that, okay? I mean, you're already scum enough as it is from just having to sit up there and do it. But at the very least, I'll have some form of respect because you decide to sit up there and, you chose to go this route. To sit up there and decide to make a NFT off of a person that is no longer here in this world, that can no longer contribute to all the things they have done in this world. For me personally, I don't know about you guys, but that's another form of telling me that you need to go to hell for that. Because it's essentially what Agus just said. It's grave robbing. If you're making money off of people's likeness, if you're making money off of someone's art, thoughts on Goth as an aesthetic? Are you talking about the new character that I just that we now have? Because if so, she can get away with it. And by the way, I need to show you guys what her new hairstyle might look like. And I absolutely thank the amazing Grimvana for having to do it. She did a very good job for what little time she had. Because she's actually at work and she decided to do it. I'm actually going to post it to you guys. I'm going to post it to you guys on the Gilded server. So hopefully you guys can take a look at it from there. Alright, so it's posted on the Gilded server. You guys can take a look at it from there, and then you can talk with me about this. Brody, we gotta hold a podcast like stream. I would love to rant about NFTs. Honestly, Agus, just let me know when, bro. We can go ahead and plan it. I'm like, cause y'all know that I work, and I would love to have to plan when we can do this. when we could do podcasts or even stream some games together. So I don't mind having to do that. But oh, you had a different idea for the hair? Go ahead and post it anyway because it's just for ideas. Go ahead and post it anyway. But to continue on with what I'm just saying. Look, I would have some form of respect if you basically chose to go ahead and you make NFTs of whatever it is that you chose to do. So, like with these athletes, like with the 76ers, you know, they chose to go ahead and do NFTs off their own free will. That's them. You know, I don't fuck with them no more, but at the very least, I have some form of respect because they chose to do it off their own stuff. They didn't take someone's name, they didn't take someone's likeness, and they chose to do it. In this case, you have like what Agus just said, you have people that have stolen NFT art, and I'm gonna get to stolen art in a bit because this ain't new. You have people that have stolen artwork and posting it as such, and you have people that legit sit up there, take someone's likeness take it from someone that is clearly not here anymore, and still choose to do it. That is another level of disrespect I don't think I've ever seen, possibly ever. I have never seen so much grave robbing in my life until these NFTs started to come about. And yes, Agus, please get home safely, bro. Congrats on the new capture card. I hope you absolutely enjoy it. But this shit is wild to me. It's fucking wild to me how it's led to this point. And that doesn't make it any better for what Agus just said. So it was made with malicious and racist intent. I'm happy that at the very least the people knew to sit up there and was like, no, we can't have this. I'm happy that people sat up there and they took that shit down. I'm happy they took it down. They did good. But as you guys can see, none of this is okay. None of this is alright. The Edapunks depicted the Manhattan Bridge where Etika jumped off of, depicted him as a... Like I said, guys, none of this is okay. And I'm thinking, you know, right now is the best time of any to sit up there and get all of our thoughts out of the way when it goes to these NFTs, because it's like, look, here's the deal. Here's the deal that I'm sure you guys know already when it goes to NFTs. This is the fucked up part about it, too. This is the fucked up part about it. The fucked up part about it is that these things are sadly still going to be around. Bartman, what's good with you, bro? Welcome. The fucked up part about it from these whole NFTs is they're still going to be around. They're going to be around for a long time. It's shown no signs of stopping. But I will say this, and this is what I can see coming a mile away. While, yes, these NFTs are still going to be around for quite a long time, the companies that are trying to instantly get on board with this whole thing, only to find out is going to fall back, or, you know, only to find out is going to fail on like in their faces. The fucked up part about that is that I'm not going to feel bad for either one of them that decide to sit up there and take it and, you know, try to do this. You know, I don't feel bad for Ubisoft in like at all in the slightest. I don't feel bad for Ubisoft that try to put NFTs into video games. And I'm gonna let y'all know right now, NFT in the video games will not be a popular thing at all. Considering what we already see is an issue with microtransactions and DLCs as it is. And yes, Bartman, they decided to make NFTs out of the legendary Bruce Lee. That should say enough with how fucked up this shit is getting. But yeah, you know, you have game companies that try to sit up there and do this, and I'm gonna let you know they're probably gonna be the ones that is gonna fail the hardest, because you can't really do NFTs with video games when you've already have it as a slight problem when it goes to trying to handle microtransactions and of course DLCs. And then not only that, with the ideas that motherfuckers is trying to come up with for it, it's really not going to work, because you already know these game companies, they're going to automatically say no. Nintendo is going to say no. Sony is going to say no. Microsoft is going to say no. EA in some cases, they're going to say no. Even though they're also adopting NFTs, and fuck EA for that, they're going to say no if it goes to any of their true products that's going to be out there in the crypto world. They're going to say no on some things. And then, of course, you're going to have this issue. So, it's disgusting enough as it is that we have to see it for all other forms of media. It's disgusting. And the fucked up part is, really, in my opinion, artists are the ones that are going to continue to take the biggest hits out of these NFTs, because they continue to get their artwork stolen. And they continue, of course, to not get any money off of the products that they make. That's why I don't blame specific people that decide to sit up there and they said, no, I don't want to sit up there and post on Twitter anymore, or post on DeviantArt. And we see this a lot with DeviantArt, where motherfuckers sit up there and they get their shit taken from them. I'm gonna let you know, Bartman, please be careful saying that, because we're on Twitch and I'm not trying to get banned. So I'm letting you know ahead of time. Please try to watch that. My question is, how the fuck did NFTs even start? Honestly, I don't remember, but this is what I do know. The owner that started NFTs, he's not even for it. He abandoned the shit. So that should go to show you how much it's really like. It's really not a good thing. The man that started it said, "Fuck it, I'm out. I don't want to fuck with this no more." He knows that he regrets it already. He been regretted. After which I learned about the true harm from this fake ass crypto shit. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, like, guys, it's like I said. I mean, cryptos are sadly still gonna be around. NFTs are sadly still gonna be around, but you're now seeing the true harm that this shit has been presenting. By the way, people, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, Sega, I don't fuck with you either, because they're probably the first game company I know that sat up there and started adopting NFTs. I remember we covered it a few episodes back. I don't fuck with them either. So even though they got this whole Sonic Frontier shit going on, I do not care. I don't care. Now, granted, they're looking at trying to sit up there and back off NFTs in case it gets more greedy. Here's the deal, in case Sega hasn't already noticed, it has been more greedy. When you have famous celebrities, you have such as Eminem, fuck Eminem. You have famous celebrities, you have athletes such as football players, basketball players, team organizations adopting this shit. It's already becoming more greedy. Fuck Square Enix, they're another one. And you want to know what's so ironic about Square Enix, people? For anybody that's played Final Fantasy VII, that's what's so ironic about this. Final Fantasy VII, you're playing as people that's trying to sit up there and stop an environmental crisis Meanwhile, you got Square Enix basically adopting said environmental crisis. Y'all see the irony in this bullshit? Yes, seriously, Bartman. Look it up. Sega NFTs, you will see it. They're probably the first ones that you'll see that came up in what? Early 2021, late 2020. They were the first company I know that sat up there and started adopting NFTs. I did not hear of NFTs until I found out that Sega was out here just pulling this shit. They're the first company I know. Goes to show you. These companies ain't shit. I'll never trust crypto. I won't either. There's no reason to. It's hypocritical. Yeah, it's very hypocritical of these companies that got these characters. I'm going to tell you this right now. They literally have characters that are made to stop environmental hazards, and then they go ahead and they go the complete opposite. Sonic literally stops environmental hazards because Eggman literally wants to pollute the world or basically take over the world. If you guys remember seeing Sonic Sat AM or Sonic Underground, that's literally what Eggman did, was that he basically polluted the world. And Sonic is of course trying the best he can to salvage some portion of that world, or pretty much just stop Eggman altogether. What does Sega do? Nah, fuck that. We're going to go ahead and adopt what Eggman's doing. And try to really put it in motion. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. The one game company I fully expected to do NFTs and they did not disappoint, EA. Not surprised coming from EA. Not surprised. Not surprised. That's all I will say there. I'm not surprised coming from EA. That's why I said what I said. Battlefield 2042 will be the last EA game I will ever purchase. And by the way, it's not a good game. I'm going to talk about that in a bit too. In fact, I should talk about that right now when we're done with this NFT discussion, because I don't have it up here as a title. The chat feels a bit slow. That's fine because a lot of people are listening in. Desert Eagle, what's up with you, man? How you doing? Welcome. I do need to talk about this when it goes to this whole NFT scandal BS. So for people that have Discord, right? Anybody here run the Discord server? Because if so, I'm going to let you know as a little bit of a heads up. Does anybody know of a famous bot by the name of Me6? Because if so, then you would know that Me6 is now starting to adopt the same bullshit. So if you guys have another bot in mind, you best look for it quick. Because Me6 out here talking about this whole NFT bullshit too. And they're adopting the whole thing. In fact, let's go ahead and pull this up on the web browser, shall we? Let me go ahead and pull this up on the web browser. I have my own, but no Me6. Good. Don't look at Me6 at all. Whatever you do. Everyone and their mother uses Me6. Well, I bet you everyone and their mother don't know that Me6 is now adopting NFTs, such as you can see right here. As someone who uses the Me6 bot as an aid in Double Fine's official Discord, I've immediately started working with my mod team to find a replacement tool with the announcement that they're fucking with NFTs. Boss Lady does not, I believe she don't use NFTs. She uses Mix It Up. Boss Lady don't use Mix It Up. Stormy doesn't use bots. So she's good. I don't have to let them know. At all. At all. But let me see here. Yeah, I don't think she ever, no, she uses Mix It Up, so she's good. Yeah, pretty much for any person you know that has Me6, just let them know. You know, it's up to them whether or not they're going to keep Me6 around. And honestly, in some cases, it's the sad part. In some cases, I do see them keeping Me6 around because it's already bad enough that you have to put in specific Twitch names or specific names for a live stream to come up. It's even more harder to have to replicate that all over again. So I understand why for some people they can't get rid of Me6 even though they don't agree with the methods entirely. So yeah, Me6 is not for the people, man, at all. They not for the people. Oh, and by the way, one other thing, if you're in the Me6 official Discord and you bother sitting up there mention any hint of negativity when it goes to NFTs, you will immediately be banned from their server. Goes to show you. Goes to show you, man. So yeah, I already have the following people I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with people that that steal artwork. Nice fit, tomboys. Yeah, I saw that shit too, and it had me dying. Yeah. Oh yeah, I support NFTs. Nice fit, tomboys. But yeah, pretty much yeah. To list the amount of NFTs I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with people that sit up there and they take dead artists. They take the artwork from dead artists and they turn them into NFTs. I don't fuck with the Philadelphia 76ers. So for Desert Eagle that does not know, if you're still here, you're listening to me. I don't fuck with the Philadelphia 76ers at all under any circumstance because they also fuck with NFTs. So, yeah. See? The Sixers have Mark Zumoff out here pushing this NFT shit. As you can see right here, you even got the crypto saying this shit right here. So, I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with any athlete that sit up there and they decide to adopt it, such as Tobias Harris. Bad enough I don't fuck with you as it is as a player because you're not a good player right now. Even though you're getting paid over $100 million, even though you're getting paid over $100 million, I don't fuck with you. The Crazy Frog situation, this is the sad part with the Crazy Frog situation. And I think we talked about this a couple episodes back, but I don't mind having to slightly talk about it a little bit here. The sad part is with the Crazy Frog situation is the developers don't fuck with the NFTs, but it's the producer that gave them no choice. The producer gave them no choice. They don't have a choice but to run with it. Desert Eagles, you said you want research when it goes to the Sixers. Here you go. Here you go. That should say enough. But let me put it like this when it goes to NFTs because my cousin wanted to know what NFTs were, right? This is the best way to explain what NFTs are for people that don't know, and I absolutely love it. This person asks, can someone for the love of God explain what the actual fuck NFTs are and how they work? This person said this, and this was great. He said, imagine you have a wife and your wife is getting drilled by everyone and you can't do shit, but you have the marriage certificate. That's an NFT. That's basically what that is. That sounds like the ever big corporate suit asshole regarding the Crazy Frog stuff. Yeah, that's basically what that is when it goes to the Crazy Frog situation. They don't fuck with NFTs. The developers do not fuck with them. I cannot get mad at, in fact, here it is right here. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna read this for y'all right here so that y'all know they don't fuck with it at all. This is what one of the devs said. It's sad to see people on social media be like, please stop when we cannot when they can we cannot, so we kind of try to not keep our hopes up. Just like we cannot we cannot for ours. The only way to stop NFTs is to let them fail. We do not want to stay silent now. Since Crazy Frog NFTs are already public and have been since the new video came out. We didn't even acknowledge that. We cannot be like, sorry, because the producer don't want us to apologize. But the producer have wave plans. There will not be a second or third wave. Only the first drop, which is supposed to be a relatively small one. When we tried to apologize, he was like, you cannot apologize. And then, of course, they said more. He said more to this. He said, I don't know. We do not want to talk about NFTs, but giving people hope is also not an option. Says after the last fake NFT situation, people were already doubting what we do. Posting about NFTs is not of any help, but not posting about it will also make people talk like we're trying to put it under the rug. And of course, we see more of the comments here. I'll read more of the comments here where it says this. What's the point in making new music if the producer just wants to use him for NFTs? He's going to regret this a lot. More of the comments also said, so you've essentially been placed into an unwinnable situation. The developer responded and said, exactly. None of the outcomes are good. We either fight the producer, fight the fans, or become silent on the matter. While people hear about NFTs from other sources, we tried to kind of do until the notes app message. And then this person said, Kokatus want to do NFTs too. Yeah, exactly. Their own NFTs. So that goes to show you, this is just one of the does. They don't fuck with this shit. You got the producer to blame. You got the producer to blame. So when it goes to the whole Crazy Frog situation, that for me is a little bit of a thin line because I can't get mad at them. Ubisoft, on the other hand, and the more crazy part about this is, for anyone that don't know, even the developers, when it goes to them trying to adopt NFTs into their games, even the developers says here, there's that one. Fuck Mike Shinoda. He's saying some wild shit. But even they have said that they don't know where the hell this shit's coming from. So it's all corporate bullshit, as we can blatantly see where people try to take it now. They're trying to run with it now to make a quick buck off of you, the consumer, to sell out shitty products. That's essentially it. There you go. It's terrible. We need an anti-NFT coalition. Now the crazy thing is, Aegis, someone talked to me about that. Someone told me, you should try to do that. And while, yes, I should try to do that, here's the deal. We've technically already got people trying, basically starting their own without even trying. We basically already got people in the internet world that's like, no, we don't fuck with this stuff. I'm only one of many that feels that way. Oh, that's breaking news. Wow. So, quick break in sports news. The Giants have fired Joe Judge after 2 seasons. So, Desert Eagle, if you're still here, you got some breaking news for you. The Giants fired their head coach. I'm kind of mad about that. Because I wanted him to stay. But yeah, the Giants have fired Joe Judge. It's curious to what's going to happen with them now. So the Giants are going to go do a rebuild. That'll be interesting. Okay, so I will talk about that later on. I will talk about that when it goes to the NFL with Week 18 and such and such. Other than that, guys, look, y'all now know how we feel about this whole NFT bullshit. It's not great. It's not cool. But let this be known. This will be the last time I will talk about these NFTs. And the reason why it's going to be the last time I'm going to talk about it is because it feels like I'm a broken record having to talk about this week in and week out. when really we're just being more and more disappointed that these companies are really out here just trying to do this just to get more money, and then when they fail flat on their ass, they're gonna be wondering like what the fuck happened. Amazing how a way to scam people out of money for stolen artwork has gotten away out of hand. The fucked up part about this, Omega, and I'm gonna say this one final time too when it goes to artwork. The fucked up part about this, people, and Dolus Bartman, y'all know because y'all follow Sign Twitter, y'all follow artists on Twitter. This isn't new with artists getting their artwork stolen. People getting their artwork stolen, this has been around before NFTs became a thing. People have been having this issue where no matter what they do, their artwork gets taken from them or gets traced or such and such. This isn't new. But what makes this more fucked up is the fact that because NFTs, it's been more widespread that people get their artwork stolen more than ever. I've never seen artwork get stolen to this amount until NFTs came around. Like, widespread. Stealing artwork from the dead, stealing artwork from people when they didn't consent. It has been way, 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 way more of a problem than it has been in the past. And that's what makes this more of a fucked up issue, is because there was only a limited amount of ways to deal with art theft back then. But now, because of NFTs, y'all motherfuckers is out here just practically telling people to steal said artwork and go ahead and post away and make money off of shit that don't belong to you. At least you're doing that, Agus. At least you're keeping watch on what the fuck is being stolen and what isn't. Thank God you're not really with the whole NFT shit. You're just doing it just to basically keep tabs on shit. And I get that. But was money being made? You ask. Hold up. You ask. But was money being made off of them back then? Yes. Yes, they were for some for some artists. Yes, they were. They were actually out here making merch off of their artwork. But it wasn't as widespread as it is now with NFTs, Omega. And yeah, it's a recipe for anarchy. That's basically what this shit created. A recipe for anarchy. And it's a shame. So at any point on Twitter, you guys see me retweet anything anti-NFT, understand I have a valid reason to sit up there and be very against NFTs as a whole and as a concept. Aren't any lawsuits flying out? It's not that there isn't any lawsuits flying out, Omega, is that they can't. That's the problem. They can't really stop this. They can only do so much to stop it. They can only put in a claim telling people that this shit was stolen, this shit is not theirs. They can't really take them to court for this because it's happened too much. Is what I'm saying. If this was the case, bro, it would be a thing already. We will already have artists that sit up there and rightly making their money off of the artwork that has been stolen from them. But the problem is that it's a lot to go into sitting up there and start lawyering up just to get your money. On top of that, it even takes just as much money to win the case. I mean, you have to pay the money to you have to pay money to the lawyer. You have to put in a lot of time and effort just to do all this. It's too much. just to get your artwork taken down. There needs to be federal action, and I agree. But do I think it's going to happen? No. I sadly don't think it's going to happen. I'll gladly kick the ass of anybody horrible enough to do that. Bro, I would love to kick the ass of people that sit up there and make money off of the dead. That right there, people, is an automatic no-no when it went to NFTs. That right there is an automatic no-no when it goes to NFTs. You don't even have to know what NFTs are, and you'll know that anytime you see NFTs and people making money off of said artist, said dead artist, said dead celebrity, that's enough right there to give you a no-no. That's all I gotta say. This is actually very good artwork here. I'm gonna retweet that. Those mining off the dead deserve to join them. I'm gonna pull an Itachi. I'm dead with you, bro. Yeah, and Itachi does need to be pulled there. I'm retweeting that meme too. But yeah, it's terrible, bro. Now, I'm gonna stop talking about this NFT stuff now. I want to go ahead and move on. I want to talk about something else. We went a full 50 minutes talking about how bad these NFTs are. Y'all get the point. This our last discussion on NFTs. Anybody want to go ahead and if anyone goes ahead and asks me how I feel about NFTs, link them to this video, to this podcast, and that's it. I want to talk about something else that came to mind that I happened to see that just came up. It's this BS. Can somebody explain this for me, please? Anyone want to explain this? Why do we have Attack on Titan doing a crossover with Call of Duty? How the fuck does this fit? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Can somebody explain to me how the fuck does this fit? You have Attack on Titan crosses with Call of Duty in the Levy Edition bundle. Yes, that's for Vanguard. That's exactly what this is. This is for Vanguard. This is so out of character and not in place. Like, this is terrible. Like, look at the comment section, people. This shit should say enough. 800 psychic damage. I took 800 psychic damage. And then you got this one right here. They beating your ass they beating your ass in the quote retweets. Call of Titans. Attack of Duty. This is the most... I thought this was a bad cosplay. Yeah, look at this shit. He said, what the fuck? We want realism, not anime? Like, guys, what did I just talk about with these game companies? They will do anything necessary to make as much money off of you as much as possible, bro. If this ain't an example of that, I don't know what. This is blatantly telling you, bro, go ahead and buy this. And that's the fucked up part, is what this person said here. And y'all thought Naruto from Fortnite was weird? Naruto in Fortnite was weird? Look at this shit. Naruto in Fortnite, Spider-Man in Fortnite is just as much out of character, but here's the deal. It's actually on brand for Fortnite because they've done this before with several other characters. Call of Duty, where the fuck does this come from? COD can't do crossovers right? They used to do crossovers right. They actually used to do a Predator crossover in Call of Duty Ghosts, and that was actually not bad. They used to do the Predator one. And it made sense, because you're supposed to be shooting down the Predator. folded their asses like how Madara fucked up the alliance. But like, look at this shit. Like, come on, guys. Come on. Come on, bro. And then y'all wonder why it's like, yo, I don't feel bad for Activision at all, considering they still have an ongoing situation with them when it goes to these lawsuits. Now, I don't know if those lawsuits were settled or not, but look, at the end of the day, I still don't fuck with Activision. I don't fuck with Blizzard either in case if they're still having people around. Do folks at Mappa who allowed this crossover, do you not realize what's been happening at Activision to Blizzard? Exactly what I just said, Dolas. Exactly what I just said. That's why it's like, no, I don't fuck with them. Like, yo, I'm mad I bought Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I'm mad I bought that shit years ago. I wish I get my money back from that, and I wish I get my money back from Battlefield 2042. I wish I got my money back from both of them. Speaking of Activision, there was supposed to be a Lego set for one of their IPs, but it was delayed till February or something. Well, I'm not surprised. It's still going to come back out. Lego said that they're currently reviewing their partnership with Activision due to the allegations. Good, as they should. Fuck Activision. As they should. As they should. As they should. As they should. Good for Lego. Good for Lego. And apparently some Sixers news. RMG, what's good? I haven't seen you in a bit. More Sixers news. If Desert Eagle's still here. You got Tobias Harris now being included with Ben Simmons in a potential trade package to the Atlanta Hawks. It's crazy how versatile I gotta be right now when it goes to all of this. So I'll find out and see where that goes a little later on. So I hope Ben Simmons do get traded. Fuck him. But I also hope Tobias Harris. Both of them get traded. Fuck them. I don't care. So is there any other big gaming news going on? I haven't heard anything myself. Honestly, one more big gaming news that I do need to talk about. Aside from this whole Call of Duty bullshit. No thank you, by the way. Honestly, this is one case where anime should not be in shooters at all. Or anime shouldn't be in this particular form of gaming. Because it has no business being a part of it. One more thing I want to talk about. This is where it goes to Battlefield. I need to talk about this with Battlefield, guys. This shit is fucking wild to me. So, it's not necessarily... Well, it is necessarily about the game, let's be honest. But it's more so about the Battlefield subreddit, which has gotten incredibly oh no. Yeah, that it's not good at all. On me, bro. People be wild. I swear, if I have to pull DBZ, Broly, and Awesome Fools, I will. Please do. Go ahead. Have at it. Let me put it like this, guys. A Battlefield dev decided to completely walk away from, here it is right, I think, I'm trying to find it. I just talked about it. I wish I didn't find it. I wish I found it sooner. In fact, hold on. I think I know where I can find it. Give me a minute. They're going to be saying, oh no, exactly what they're going to be saying. I heard 2042 was originally supposed to be a Battle Royale game, but the idea was scrapped 6 months in development. Honestly, they should have just pushed it back even farther with how bad Battlefield 2042 is. As y'all know, Battlefield 2042 is still trying to get fixes, still trying to get updates for its absolutely terrible launch. But it's getting ahead to a point where it has been so terrible that stuff like this is going down when it goes to the Battlefield Reddit that we need to talk about. And I'm going to read this for you. This is very, very terrible stuff. So this person right here named Sooting said, tonight I decided to step away from moderating the Reddit Battlefield 2042 Reddit Battlefield community for a while. Today I've been attacked, slandered, and left genuinely hurt. I've been told that I'm a pedophile, that I like touching kids, etc., all from fabricated screenshots. that have now made the rounds across Reddit. I didn't sign up for any of this. I didn't sign up for this. Any of this. Yes, I may rub some people the wrong way, but outright making doctor screenshots to make me look sick is horrible. It's no wonder why so many people have turned away from Reddit and the Battlefield 2042 community specifically. It's stuff like this that hurts people and turn them away from the community they once loved. I feel awful, sick, and disgusted. I'm a volunteer who helps clean up a community. I'm a human being. Doing shit like this ruins people emotionally. It's easy to say, oh, get thicker skin when you're not the one under attack. So don't say that to me. Many people will never be a target of a massive witch hunt. To all my co-mods who have stuck with me, I don't know what I'd do without any of you. You're all amazing. This is with the Battlefield community, people. This is with the Battlefield community. Now, for the Monster Hunter community, that I've seen on Twitter that bitches about little things like the little things, I'm gonna let y'all know that ain't shit compared to this bullshit. That Wyverian egg shit. That Wyverian, I'm sorry, not the Wyverian egg. The Monster Hunter Frontier situation, when it goes to that Discord and they put out a build of Monster Hunter Frontier that clearly isn't done, that's light work compared to this shit. That's light work. You have developers from the Battlefield community. You have developers from Battlefield. You have moderators from Battlefield get attacked to this extent. It's disgusting. That's why it's like, yo, you have, look, y'all tame compared to Battlefield, compared to Madden, compared to yes, Madden can get very toxic when it goes to specific shit that happens in a football video game. There's toxic shit, of course, that happens in Call of Duty. Look, we get this shit. We know that every community has their toxicity, and yes, Smash Brothers, especially Smash Brothers, you know, especially Sonic. Don't get me started with Sonic. That's why I left the Sonic community entirely. You know, we get every community is gonna have their truest form of toxicity. We understand that, but look, shit like this is taken way over the edge. Way over the edge. Way too far. Way too much. Like, see this right here. Let me go ahead and read this off right here. You got one of the devs right here that said that he's back at work today. Check Reddit and Twitter, and Battlefield fans are pissed we didn't do enough updates or communications during the holiday break. Guys, people gotta rest. We have things in motion, but we have to figure out what is possible, and we will address it when it is 100%. That's one of the devs. This guy made a reply and said, on behalf of the community who love Battlefield 2042, which many do, I'm sorry for the punishment the devs are getting. What I suggest doing is have DICE turn off the Twitter account so that posts cannot be made. Only thing it's used for is for announced updates, DLCs, etc. I don't think y'all understand. That's actually, I mean, this is the best comment that comes about it. That's the fucked up part that for what Gaming is Alive is saying. That's the best way that they can go about it. They would have to turn off comments such as this and only relate to just posting updates. It shouldn't get to this point. It shouldn't. This person, one of the devs here also said this. Let's get back from break and get back to work. Love you guys, but these expectations are brutal. The things you guys want to take time to scope, design, and execute. And you know, I'm happy for you, RMG. I'm happy for you guys here. I hope you guys don't do what these people do. Please, whatever you do, do not get too invested into these communities. Whatever y'all do, don't get too invested into these communities, bro. And if you're going to get invested into a community, like what Omega just said, get invested into a community that you know damn well don't do any of this stuff. Get invested into a streamer's community. Get invested into a streamer, like do that. Just that's all I can say. Get invested into a streamer's community. Get invested in into the fandoms. Get invested into the Black Rose Order. Get invested into a couple VTuber communities I've seen that are actually relatively tame and very, very cool. Get invested in the communities like that. And hell, if you're gonna get invested into a gaming community, there's a few out there that are actually relatively good. I will say that. Part of it is because of the fact that they don't have a lot of games out. Such as the Metroid community. I don't think I've heard a bad word coming from the Metroid community. They're absolutely amazing. You know, so hopefully that's one of them that I'll give you. Motherfucker, be a man of woman in a culture. Yeah, basically like that. Be that. Motherfuckers don't realize their actions have consequences. Honestly, RMG, a lot of people's actions, they have consequences, but they don't care to find out. Like here's the deal. I'm a big believer in karma. Karma's going to get you one way or another. Like that person that stole my Nintendo Switch when I was at work. Oh, Klonoa, also a good community. Like that person that sat up there and stole my Nintendo Switch and I had to get a new one. Here's the best bit of karma that's going to happen with that person that still that has that Switch. The best bit of karma is that it gets accidentally ran over by a train. Or better yet, it just ends up being in a lake. While I'm sitting up there enjoying my new Switch right here. And the only thing I don't have on this new Switch is I don't have my Splatoon 2 data. By the way, whatever y'all do, also avoid that community too. Avoid the Splatoon community unless you're there for the artwork. Because their community is also just as toxic. Just as toxic as the Battlefield community, in my opinion. It's like Monkey Paw or Tokyo Revengers. Yeah, something like that. But yeah. It's terrible, you know, to be a part of communities like that, and it's really not cool to see this kind of shit where motherfuckers don't have any form of compassion to be like, alright, yo, these motherfuckers are human. Let me go ahead. And you know what pisses me off is people act like they don't have different games. People, this is why I say go ahead and be a variety gamer. Don't play just one game all the fucking time. It's not good for you. It's low key not good for you. If you're going to be out here gaming, have some other interests that you have in gaming and have fun with it. Like, come on, bro. If you got a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, please don't tell me you just simply bought that to play one game. Play other shit. You got God of War. You got Ratchet and Clank, which I need to get. I need to get Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I hope I can get it. Get Ratchet and Clank community is also very, very fucking cool. I love the Ratchet and Clank community, by the way. Get kind of Bridge of Spirits. Get those Flash games, like those 2D Flash games, you know, where we sit up there having We have stick men out here fighting one another. Get them. Get I'm trying to think of it. Get Yakuza. Yakuza community is fucking amazing. I love Yakuza. Grab Yakuza. Speaking of Yakuza, grab Yakuza. Grab Yakuza. It's fun. You will love it. If it weren't for people in my community constantly telling me to go get Yakuza, I wouldn't be enjoying Yakuza as much as I have. Grab that. Have fun. All I'm saying is, guys, you have a lot of games out there. It's toxic to be stuck on one game and to just be harping on shit like that. Get Judgment. Yeah, like Masa said, get Judgment. Have fun. Play fun games. Don't stay stuck at one thing. Please, guys, don't stay stuck at one thing. Oh my goodness, man. How you doing, Masa? Yeah, at some point you gotta get both Judgment and play them on stream. I will, Omega. I will. I promise you. Yeah, Burnout. Get Burnout. Get Burnout. Play play PS2 games. Play NBA Street Volume 2. Play Need for Speed. Hot Pursuit 2. Arguably the best arcade racing game I've ever played. Play that. It's not coming out on PC. I know, and I'm sorry. But I will play Judgment. I will play it on PlayStation. Don't worry. That's an L. That is sadly an L for PC gamers though. Yeah, get Ninja Gaiden. Get Soul Calibur. I'm trying to think of what else. Get Devil May Cry. You know what I mean? Get Devil May Cry 5. Still a fun game. You know what I mean? We out here listing games to y'all. Get Ni no Kuni 1 and 2. Get Tales of Arise. Get Tales of Berseria. I will still forever promote getting Tales of Berseria in 2022. Get Nier Automata. Get Nier Replicant. Get Azura's Wrath, you know, etc. Look, all I know is this: we get Max Payne. Get motherfucking Max Payne 1, 2, and 3. Get Max Payne. Look. I would even say get Max Payne for somebody that doesn't even play a lot of shooters. Get Max Payne. If y'all with the shooter life, get Max Payne. Get Gears of War. Get Gravity Rush. Let's fucking go. Get Gravity Rush. I love Gravity Rush. Get Okami. You see what I mean, people? For people that's coming in looking at get Saints Row. Yes, Saints Row. We have listed so many games for you as a gamer to sit your ass down and play and have fun with. Get Honkai Impact 3rd. Since now I'm looking at Bronya here. Get Honkai Impact 3rd. Hell, get fucking Genshin for God's sakes. And I don't even like Genshin like that. Get Blue Archive. Get Halo. Get GTA. Get Red Dead Redemption. Yes, I know, crazy. I said GTA, but still. At least GTA, like, they're gonna hit you with some updates. Don't be out here threatening these devs. Leave these motherfuckers alone. Let these motherfuckers work on the game. Get Batman Arkham Knight. Get Spider-Man. Get the Batman Arkham series, I'm sorry. Tide of Tasmanian Tiger. I remember that. I remember Tide of Tasmanian Tiger. Get Senran Kagura. Get Anime Titty Girls. Get that. What's up, Mima Jack? What's good? I still want that since I had it on GameCube. Oh god, but yeah, as you guys can see, we mentioned so many fucking games. Get Port Port Magica to the Switch, you cowards. Oh my god. Get yeah. All I know is this: we got so many. We mentioned so many games for these people out here threatening Battlefield devs. We mentioned so many games for you to sit up there, go buy, go have fun with. You shouldn't be threatening these devs, bro. Let these motherfuckers do their job. Get them anime peaches right. Get Senra and Kagura, bro. Get that. Get it for the PlayStation. Get it for the PC. Have fun. Enjoy and enjoy anime girls, bro. They great. They great. There are other games to explore rather than Badger game does. Right. That's all we're saying, man. And we have fun mentioning these games. Get fucking get fucking Blaze Blue. Get fucking Streets of Rage. Get Mortal Kombat. Get Guilty Gear. Shit. Get King of Fighters. Get Dragon Ball. Yeah, get Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. Get Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Strikers. Have a fucking blast playing these games. Get Tekken. Start hitting people with the Electric Wing God Fist. Get Street Fighter. Get Persona 5. Get Donkey Kong. Get Kirby. Get Mario. Get Legend of Zelda. Get F-Zero for the GameCube. I know, I hate it. Get Star Fox. Get Wii Sports. Yeah, motherfucker. Wii fucking Sports. Smart, man. Wii fucking Sports. Get Shin Megami Tensei 5. Get that. Port Land. Port Nintendo Land. Get Mario Party. Get Mario Party Superstars. Get Mario Kart. Shit, get Mario Sunshine. What? Are we done mentioning games here? I don't think we're done. I don't think... Look, this shows you. Our community, we play a lot of shit here. The fandoms play a lot of shit here. Why are we mentioning games? We're mentioning games because motherfuckers is out here threatening devs instead of playing other games. That's why, Fuyuka. We got time today. We have so much time. We can sit here and talk about what games you want to play. All fucking, what games you should be playing right now instead of taking the time out to threaten devs and calling people pedophiles and doing this, doing that. Hell, go do artwork. Go watch fucking Black Lagoon or some shit. Go play Monkey Ball. Like, you have so much things to do in life, but you want to sit down and you want to threaten devs. Go play Pokemon Emerald. Let me stop. Y'all we've been having way too much fun mentioning these games, but this goes to show y'all though. We have so much here that we have a lot of fun with. Even though we don't talk about it as much, it goes to show you. We do not have time to sit down and threaten devs. We really don't have the time for it. You shouldn't be having the time either. Go play Destiny, by the way. We don't have the time for it. We don't. If we don't like a game, we're going to just go play another game. Go play NCAA football. Go play classic PS2 football games. But it goes to show y'all, man. We have so much that we want to do, that we want to play. It's like, why don't you have this same mentality? Go retweet artwork. Like, from Depraved Vile right here. Was that Sonic Style Yoshi Girl? I don't know, but I will go back. If I can, I will go back. No guarantees. Nice artwork here. Is that? Oh, I don't know what that is. That's all I gotta talk about, guys. When it goes to, yeah, go play Xenoblade. I forgot. Go play Xenoblade. Go do that. Have fun with anime girls. Go play SmackDown versus Raw. This is close enough to Yoshi though, but this is very cool though. This is very good artwork though. No, no, from Fuyuka, I'm dead. But we need to move on. We need to move on. But I'm happy y'all had a lot of fun having to mention all these games. I'm happy y'all had a lot of fun mentioning all these games, because guess what? I had just as much fun. That shows you the amount of history that we have with these games. But it's time to move on. I need to talk about the NFL, guys. I need to talk about the NFL. This is what we here for. We got to talk about NFL. So, let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about the NFL Week 18. First, I need to talk about Antonio Brown. Let's go ahead and play this little clip from Antonio Brown here. NFL titties. Hey, yo. Those cheerleaders, bro. They put in work. Those cheerleaders. What you mean what you mean no homo? NFL cheerleaders, we love NFL cheerleaders. What you mean? Let's go ahead and talk about this with Antonio Brown. So before I played this audio here from what Antonio Brown had to say, for anyone that does not know the situation with Antonio Brown, this is some wild shit to me. So if y'all remember when if y'all remember when with the Bucks versus the Jets, where if you seen Antonio Brown, you saw him just completely take his jersey off and his shoulder pads. He took his shoulder pads, he took his jersey off, he stormed off the field, and he was like, fuck it, I'm done, I'm tired. If you guys don't remember seeing that, you guys can easily just look it up yourself and you can find that. So, at the time, we didn't know what the fuck was going on, but the dude practically left the game. He left mid-game. And it was said that the Bucks released him. A day later, after the situation, Antonio Brown said that he had an ankle injury and that Bruce Arians practically forced him to play on a hurt ankle. And he even showed the text messages and everything that went about the whole situation that could honestly be something that could still go against the Buccaneers for doing. Regardless of AB's actions, that could still go against the Buccaneers for, because that's fucked up to make any player play on an injured leg when he's not ready. So now, a few days later, after the fact, we have Antonio Brown on a dumbass podcast, and he decided to say some dumb shit such as this that completely thrown not only Tom Brady but thrown Rob Gronkowski under the bus. Let's hear what he had to say here.
If Tom Brady's my boy, why am I playing for an earnest salary?
Right.
You my boy though, right?
Right.
Gronkowski is boy, right?
Right.
How much did he get paid?
Significant amount.
Damn.
All right, so why is AB on the prove deal? Who's better than me over there? Let's be real.
Right, but don't
No, let's not be right. Let's be honest.
Nah,
This
I'll
is
be
the
real. I'll be
podcast
real.
to be real.
Nah, I'll be real.
Who is
AB
the best guy over there?
AB.
Since you guys know football, who is it?
For sure,
Who's
AB.
the best guy over on that team?
No,
Playing
AB.
football, receiver-wise,
AB.
who is the
It's AB.
guy that get it popping?
It's
I mean, I
AB.
think it's a combination of all you guys. I think it was
It's
AB.
a
Nah.
combination now.
Dude,
All right. I will never look at this podcast because they didn't check the AB on the shit. Now, there's more to it that AB said. If I can go back and I can find it. You think mental health has a part in all this? Honestly, I do. But at the same time, I need people to understand this with what Antonio Brown just did.
play football, right?
Antonio Brown, for him to throw Tom Brady under the bus like that is a serious issue when it goes to him. When it goes to AB. Not when it goes to Tom Brady. I want y'all to understand what Tom Brady did for this dude. When Antonio Brown wanted to leave Oakland, especially since he called his GM a cracker, he called Mike Mayock a cracker, and he caused all this ruckus that was going on over there before he was released. The main man that sat up there and wanted Antonio Brown was Tom Brady. He wanted him to go to New England. He's in New England with him. It only lasts a game or two until a sexual allegation situation came up with Antonio Brown that basically got him cut off the Patriots. Now, we all fast forward a year later, Tom Brady, he's going to the Buccaneers, and of course, Tom Brady, he brings Rob Gronkowski over, and he tried his damnness to put Antonio Brown on the same team with the both of them. And he accomplished that. He even went so far as to have Antonio Brown live in his house. Imagine somebody that did that for you. He pulled all the strings necessary to not only get you out of trouble, to get you on a football team, and to basically not only that, but to get your act together. Tom Brady did all of that. And then you decide to fuck around and throw him under the bus? Look, I'm not the biggest Tom Brady fan there is, but that's fucked up on many levels. That's not even on a football level. That's on a friendship level. If somebody that cared about you that fucking much decide to sit up there, have you go to church with him, have you live in his house for fuck's sakes, he didn't have to do that. Have you seek help. He did that for him. And this is what you pull? And the one thing he worried about is, oh, is Gronkowski his guy? Is he this and that? The crazy thing about this is, people, y'all want to know the real crazy thing about this? Antonio Brown was supposed to have an incentive coming up where he was about to make money. He was about to make a little bit more extra money on his contract. Until that happened, until he sat up there and he took his jersey off and he left, if it was about the money, he literally left it on that game. He literally left it there. Now, speaking of Rob Gronkowski, he mentioned Rob Gronkowski as his guy. Rob Gronkowski just got a bonus in incentives because he hit the incentives for the amount of catches he was supposed to get. He got $1 million out of that. So for AB to do what he did, by the way, on top of that, Antonio Brown was thinking of mooning the New York Jets crowd. If that wasn't mentioned, which it likely wasn't, it was mentioned in one of the clips where he wanted to moon the Jets fans. Why? The Jets fans didn't do anything. Dude tried to pull a fucking Randy Moss. But here's the deal. People don't notice when it goes to the Randy Moss fake moon situation. Randy Moss had a reason to moon the Green Bay crowd. The reason why Randy Moss did that is because the Green Bay fans, before that game came about, they mooned Randy Moss. And they mooned the fans. So, of course, with Randy Moss, he decided to take matters into his own hands and mooned them right back when he scored like 2 or 3 touchdowns. Antonio Brown has no reason to moon the New York Jets fans. They've done nothing to him. Thankfully, he didn't do that. But the fact that was on his mind is like, what the fuck is going on? This dude got a serious problem here. Sounds like he got his shit rocked too much. He lost his mind. Yeah, I blame Vontaze Burfict. If you guys don't know, Vontaze Burfict used to be on the Cincinnati Bengals when AB was on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he knocked him way out of the game. He gave that man a severe concussion. And I think it's because of a hit like that. Antonio Brown got a severe case of CTE. Y'all can't convince me. He got a severe case of CTE. But all I know is this, people, doing what Antonio Brown did, not when it goes to sports, but in general, that's fucking disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. Please, people, whatever you do, don't do what he did. CTE, you know, like, how can I put it? Bartman, if you don't know what CTE, I'm gonna put it simply. CTE is like where you get hit in the head so much where you really start to act completely out of control, if that makes sense. You go completely out of control over time because of too many hits to the head. You know, take Chris Benoit. Anybody remember the whole situation with Chris Benoit where he sadly killed himself and he killed a good portion of his family? That's CTE. Because he was taking a lot of hits to the head. That and the Aaron Hernandez situation, yeah, that's also CTE. When you take too many shots to the head, there you go. Yeah, basically, it can do that. It will cause a full personality shift. And for people that really needs more of a detailed idea of what CTE can do, there's a movie that Will Smith did. It's called, I believe it's called Concussions, something like that. It goes into very, very key detail with what CTE does to a human being. And by the way, I believe they go after the NFL in that movie. And it's because of that is that the NFL they trying their best to protect players' heads. Especially when it goes to quarterbacks, especially when it goes to wide receivers, anybody. They try their best to protect their heads. That's why they go in the concussion protocol, and you don't see them for like you don't see them for like a whole quarter or so, or you don't see them for like a couple plays until they've really, really confirmed that they're really about to get back into the game. They was forced to do that because of that movie. And because of the shit that's happened to a few players. So, yeah, with Antonio Brown, him doing what he's doing, not a good look. Now, next we need to talk about is, of course, the NFL Week 18. Shall we? Let's get right to it. In fact, I'm going to also talk about Week 17 for a little bit because I didn't have time to talk about it in its entirety because of last week when I was out. It's an anti-football propaganda movie, and it's a good one. It's a really good one. I hope you guys can take a look at that. If y'all want more information on CTE, you have that right there ahead of you. So, yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about Week 17, really more so when it goes to the Eagles. I need to talk about this. So, for anyone that didn't know, specific teams clinched their playoff spot because of what happened in Week 17 in the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles is one of my teams. By the way, I got a command for this. I need to talk about them. So the Eagles beat the Washington football team 20-16, and it's because of the fact that not only did they win their game, but because the 49ers completely routed the Texans 23-7 back in Week 17. The Eagles, they officially clinched the playoff spot. They're now in the wild card. So no matter what happened in Week 18, this week they were in the wild card. Whether it was them being a 7th seed or them being a 16, they need to change their name back to the Redskins. No, they don't, Omega, because the Redskins for them is a racist name. In fact, they're looking at doing a name change in February very soon. Really, in my opinion, I don't know about you guys, but I wanted the Washington team to call themselves the Washington Red Wolves. And it's a shame because that's not happening. I really wanted them to call themselves the Red Wolves, partly because A, we don't have a wolf team in the NFL, but two, because the name, the Red Wolves, is actually pretty fucking cool. Yeah, the Eagles, they're now officially... Yeah, see? The Red Wolves would be great. That's what I'm saying. It's a shame because it's not going to happen. It'll never happen because they said they can't do the Washington Red Wolves. Like, I want to show y'all what the Red Wolves logo likely would have... what it would look like. It will look like some shit like this. It will look like some shit like this. Uniforms will look something like this. You know what I mean? Being named the Red Wolves would be cool as shit. Like, dead ass, yo. I'm a rival fan. And I would be so for it if they had named themselves the Red Wolves. Like, these logo concepts are insane. Tribal stuff. Yeah, tribal stuff, but no. I don't think that's what Washington's going to do. Washington's going to go a completely different route. Look at this. These Red Wolf logos are absolutely phenomenal, and it's a shame that it will never become a thing because they said it was due to contractual shit or city shit. That's why the Red Wolves will never become a thing, and it's a shame. All I know is this: I'd be all for it. I would be all for it. Still be all for it even now. But yeah, to talk about it, the Eagles, they're now in the wild card. The 49ers we're about to get to in a little bit. The Cardinals beat the Cowboys 25-22. That knocked the Cowboys out of the 2 seed effective immediately because the Cowboys was at the 2 seed for quite a while. Them losing to the Cardinals pretty much put them around the 4 and 5 seed. They had nothing left to play for. The Packers, because they beat the Vikings, also because of the fact that the Packers beat the Vikings, that actually also helped them get into the wild card. But yeah, they beat them 37-10. Thank you Packers, and thank you 49ers for getting us in the playoffs. But yeah, with those 2 games, yeah, playoff implications definitely helped. Panthers and Saints 18-10. I'm gonna definitely talk about the Saints when we go into week 18, which is right now. So let's talk about it, right? Chiefs beat the Broncos 28-24. That don't matter because the Tennessee Titans beat the Texans 28-25. The Titans officially have the number 1 seed in the AFC. That means they have home field advantage throughout the entirety of the playoffs. First off, I'm gonna give a round of applause to the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans went through hell this season. They lost 2 of their wide receivers. They lost A.J. Brown and Julio Jones throughout a good portion of the season. They lost Derrick Henry throughout a good portion of the season, and they still persevered to get the number 1 seed in the playoffs while they're gonna get Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, and Derrick Henry back. That's a very, very resilient team, to say the least. So for them to sit up there and do what they did, that's amazing. Now the Colts. We got to talk about Colts versus Jaguars. I don't know about you guys, but the Colts deserve the clap cheeks of the week.
Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Oh no.
Colts. We need to talk about this. I want y'all to understand how vital of a situation this is with the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars 26-11. Now y'all may think, this is not too big of an idea. This may not be too bad of a situation. No, this is very bad. This is just as bad of a situation when you understand what the ramifications are with this. Because of the fact that the Colts lost this game to the Jags 26-11. The Colts are officially out of the playoffs because they lost that game. Had they won that game, they would have been in the playoffs. Had they won that game, they would have been in the playoffs. Bro, how the fuck do y'all fuck up this badly against the Jags? How? Wrong command, hold up. Bro, how do you let this happen? This was a winnable game for the Colts. This was a winnable game for the Colts. And they let that happen. If they win, they're going to the playoffs. All they had to do was beat them. All they had to do was beat them. They only scored one touchdown. That was in the fourth quarter. One touchdown. This is the fans that thought the Colts was going to the playoffs. This is for them.
You were all wrong! Wrong, 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 wrong! You were wrong. 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 You were definitely wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. Hey kid, you know what? You know what, little fella? When you grow up, you're gonna be wrong. Each and every one of you were 100% wrong.
Stupid. I'm not going to let you get the chance.
That was the Jags to the Colts just now. So let me go ahead and go through the stats, shall we? Carson Wentz went 17 of 29, 185 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jonathan Taylor did not get 100 yards this game, but he had 5.1 yards per carry. Michael Pittman Jr. had 6 receptions, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Nobody else on the Colts did much of anything. Literally nobody did anything. Let's take a look at the Jags. Trevor Lawrence went 23 of 32, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns. He completely destroyed the Colts in this game. Running game did okay. Marvin Jones had 7 receptions, 88 yards, and a touchdown. The receivers for the Jags, they did okay. Let's take a look at this here. The Jags defense, they sacked Carson Wentz 3 times. And, of course, Damian Wilson had the interception on Carson Wentz. All I know is this. Ever since that loss, let's get back on Twitter, shall we? Ever since that loss, this is what's been going on when it goes to Twitter. I'm looking at talks right here talking about Frank Reich, which is the coach who used to be here for the Eagles. Both of them used to be here for the Eagles. And we traded Carson Wentz to the Colts with Frank Reich, who's the coach of the Colts. He said that he doesn't even know if he's going to commit to Carson Wentz as a starting quarterback in 2022. I mean, we have this right here saying that I find it fascinating. In 2020, the narrative was that the Eagles had a horrific offensive line and the Colts had an elite offensive line. Now the narrative is completely reversed. We see this right here. The Colts, the Jags basically German suplexing the Colts. I'm dead. Like, we have so much going on with all of this. It is so terrible. Like, wow. Just wow. I mean, if only I could have screenshotted my timeline. If only I screenshotted my timeline for when this happened. That's fucked up, but this is facts. That's fucked up, but this is facts. If only I could have screenshotted my timeline to you guys when I really woke up. I literally woke up, right? I was napping. Y'all, Choco would notice. Fuyuka would notice. I literally went to sleep. I'm like, alright, these games are boring as hell. How is it I wake up and I see the Jags completely dismantle the Colts? And that was the first thing on my timeline. I see pandemonium on my timeline because of all of this happening.
JB, what is
All I know is this. The Colts got a lot to look forward to in the offseason. If you're a Colts fan, I feel bad for y'all because it's not a good look. Especially for Carson Wentz, it's not a good look. For people that don't know a little bit of a story when it goes to Carson Wentz, I'll go ahead and reveal this to you. Carson Wentz used to be here last year. Used to be on the Eagles last year. The Eagles drafted, as you see here, they drafted Jalen Hurts here, who's giving a pound to Howie Roseman. We traded him this offseason. We traded him the last offseason to the Indianapolis Colts for a first-round pick. This makes it even more worse for the Colts. I want y'all to understand this because when it comes to draft season and the Colts want to sit up there and get rid of Carson Wentz, they don't have a first-round draft pick. We have their first-round draft pick. So, this trade summary sums it up right here for what happened in the offseason. We traded Carson Wentz for their first-round pick, also for their third-round pick. So, they don't even have a third-round pick this season. For this draft season. And we get $103 million back in cap space. The Eagles that I just mentioned to you guys, with this kind of house money, they made the playoffs while the Colts did not make the playoffs. The Colts not only got fleeced, but my God, the Eagles have made out like bandits because of that trade. So even more of a reason why I put in the clap command. Because they got clapped when it goes to the trade value, and they got clapped further because they're not in the playoffs. So, that's a wild situation that happened with the Colts not making the playoffs. So, now we got this right here with the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, of course, they beat the Eagles 51-26. I want y'all to understand here. Y'all would think, okay, let's put this in the clap. Let's go ahead and put down the clap command when it goes to the Eagles and Cowboys. There's a reason why I'm not going to. Like I just said, in Week 17, the Eagles made the playoffs. So what do y'all think the Eagles did against the Cowboys for Week 18? They rested their starters. They had no reason to play this game versus the Cowboys. So, of course, they did what they were supposed to do. They rested their starters because they know no matter what, they'll either be the 6th seed or the 7th seed. They've done their job in 17 weeks of play. They didn't have to play the 18-week game. They could just go ahead and go in a bye week. That's basically what happened. Now, Washington beats the Giants 22-7. Neither team had nothing to play for. It didn't matter. I will tell you this, though. That game just now with the Giants, that will be the last game we will see Joe Judge, considering what we just what that report was with the Giants firing their head coach Joe Judge. So you won't see him no more. The Giants are going to be completely going with a brand new team, brand new head coach, brand new GM. So we'll see what's going to happen with them next season as we go along with the playoffs. The Bengals beat the Browns 21-16. It is what it is. Bengals did the same thing. They rested their starters, so it doesn't matter. Steelers beat the Ravens 16-13. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But the Steelers winning that game versus the Ravens is big. It's big. Lions lose to the Packers 37-30. Doesn't matter. Packers rested starters. We already addressed the Jags and the Colts. They got their cheeks clapped. Vikings beat the Bears 31-17. Didn't matter because the Vikings were effectively eliminated from the playoffs last week. Titans beat the Texans 28-25. Titans got home field throughout the AFC. Saints beat the Falcons. I'm going to talk about that. Saints beat the Falcons 30-20. Seahawks beat the Cards 38-30. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Bills beat the Jets 27-10. The Bills, they are now the AFC East champs again. They're back-to-back AFC East champs because they won this game. The Buccaneers beat the Panthers 41-17. I'm going to let y'all know right now. The Buccaneers and Eagles, no matter what had happened, the Buccaneers will be facing the Eagles on the wild card game. So I will be talking about that when we're done here with Week 18. So it's going to be interesting to see what will happen with that game, with the Buccaneers facing the Eagles again. Dolphins beat the Patriots 33-24. And you know what? I got to tell you, I feel bad for the Dolphins. The Dolphins, if they did not lose to the Titans, the Dolphins would be in the playoffs. The Dolphins literally had a 7-8 game win streak only until the Titans came around, and it's because of that loss to the Titans, and it's because of the loss with the I believe it was the Chargers that won. I'm not sure. I think because of the fact that the Chargers won, the Dolphins got knocked out of the playoffs. I feel bad for the Dolphins. But not as bad when I found out later on that the Dolphins fired their head coach, which is a stupid idea because how do you fire someone that won 7-8 games straight, almost gets you to the playoffs, and then you fire him? Yeah, that's an L for the Dolphins. The 49ers beat the Rams 27-24. Now, it's because of the fact that the 49ers won this game. This is what happened. This is why I laugh at the Saints. And I'm gonna see if I got a tweet ready for that. Because of the fact I really need to see if I can find it. It was so fucking funny. I pinged my man VF Baller for this. It was that funny for me. I hope I can find it. But yeah, it's because of the fact that the 49ers won that game against the Rams, which I didn't expect. The 49ers, they're now in the playoffs because it was a win and they're in situation for them. They did exactly that. They won and they're in. Now, because the 49ers won that game, this is what happened when the Saints beat the Falcons, and then the fans had to sit around and watch. This is what happens when the Saints beat the Falcons. Wait for it. This is after. Repeat. This is after this happened. Wait, not yet.
And with 15 seconds left
Wait.
on the road.
Oh, never mind. But yeah, they basically put it simply, yeah, that was them.
And what a job by Johnny Hecker to get.
That was them. That's Saints fans after beating the Falcons, and then they found out that the 49ers won. Because the 49ers knocked them out the playoffs. Oh, and also you have to factor in one other thing. The Saints lost to the Eagles this year. They held the tiebreaker over. That means the Eagles held the tiebreaker over the Saints. So that put them out the playoffs.
That snap from Jake McQuaid hit the foot.
Imagine that. You were happy, dancing your ass off, thinking, oh shit, we going to the playoffs. And then the 49ers happened. L for New Orleans. L. 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 Damn, that actually looks very, very cool too. That's a very cool looking character. But yeah, L people. L. Oh man, but yeah, we got one more actually, one more L incoming. This is when it goes to playoff ramification. This is when it goes to the Raiders and the Chargers. So, this is why that Steelers-Ravens game is so fucking crazy to me. Let's talk about the Raiders and the Chargers. So, people coming into this game, right? Y'all want to know what we thought? A lot of people thought heading into this game that both the Raiders and the Chargers were probably just going to take kneel downs and just go to the playoffs with one another. You want to know why? Because both teams would pretty much be locked.
Oh no.
Because both teams would pretty much be locked into the playoffs if they just simply not lose. All they had to do was tie or win. Right? All they had to do was tie or win. Mainly a tie. That's what we all thought heading into this Sunday night game. At first, it looked that way. But then the Raiders were like, you know what? Fuck that. We going for the W. And they did exactly that. So in overtime, the Raiders beat and eliminate the Chargers 35-32. Here's why I said that I'm surprised they didn't go for the tie. Because if they would have went for the tie, guess who would have been eliminated? The Steelers would have been eliminated from the playoffs. Both the Raiders and the Chargers would have been in the playoffs. And the Steelers wouldn't be. That's what makes this more funny. But instead, the Raiders was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do the Steelers a solid real quick. Let me go ahead and beat the Chargers and keep them in the playoffs while we go ahead and we clinch our spot in the playoffs. And by the way, again, y'all want to talk about the Titans overcoming controversy? Let's talk about the Raiders overcoming controversy. Now, last week's episode on Petty Stuff, last week's episode, right? We talked about the death of John Madden and how hard that pretty much hit us. John Madden, he's literally synonymous with the Raiders. Whether they're in Oakland, whether they're in Las Vegas, whether they're in Los Angeles. When you think of the Raiders, when it goes to coaching, you think of John Madden. So let's go ahead and look at the controversies that the Raiders have had to go through to get to this point, and this is why they deserve a lot of praise. So here's the deal. Henry Ruggs III, he got in trouble. Henry Ruggs III was speeding with he went 120 miles per hour and he killed a person. He was let go of the Raiders. You have a player not long after, I think you have one of the cornerbacks for the Raiders. He got in trouble, started showing like weapons and shit. He started showing like guns and shit on his Snapchat or some shit like that, or his TikTok. He started showing a pistol that he had, that he was armed and strapped. He got cut off the Raiders. And then you have another situation that happened. Damn! Not this one. This one's old. You with Josh Jacobs, that one's old. That was last year. You have this one right here. You have, and say damn for this one, you're gonna need another one. You have Las Vegas Raiders rookie Nate Hobbs, who was arrested with a DUI in Las Vegas early Monday morning. Keep in mind that football game was keep in mind that happened on the 3rd. This is Sunday the 9th that they sat up there and won. Waiting for my dumb team to pop up. For Yuka, I don't think anything is going to be happening with the Texans until the offseason. They had enough dumb shit happen with them. So trust me, they're safe for now. But it's crazy to me. Oh, and by the way, you also had the John Gruden situation. For people that don't know, John Gruden's not on the Raiders anymore. He's not on the Raiders because of the emails that leaked out with him saying some very racial, homophobic stuff. So, add that to the list of controversies that the Raiders have had to go through. They had to go through their legendary head coach dying, which you know affected them as a team. They had to go through that. They had to go through John Gruden not being there. Their interim head coach had to take over the rest of the way. And they had 3 players arrested. This season alone, 3 players arrested and 3 players that they had to get rid of. And they still made the playoffs. They still made the playoffs amongst all that controversy. If that doesn't scream resilience, I don't know what does. So, you have to give it to the Raiders. Now, do I think they're gonna go far in the playoffs? No, they're probably gonna get bounced out first round. But the fact they made it that far into the playoffs is impressive, despite all that controversy that they just went through. Now, let's take a look at the playoff picture. So, this is what the playoff wild card is. Look, we need an applause command. You're right. I do need to get an applause command. So, you guys can go ahead and, by all means, have fun with the applause commands. Go ahead and give me one that you think will fit. And I'll go ahead and I'll add it in tomorrow. Because I'm not doing anything tomorrow. So, here we go. NFL wild card. Let's do this. NFL wild card. We got the Raiders and the Bengals. You put down another stream alert ID and it gilded. Thank you very much. NFL wild card. You got the Raiders and the Bengals. The first game, Raiders and the Bengals. The second game, you got the Patriots and the Bills. Another AFC East matchup. So that'll be interesting. You have the... Oh, let's go. I hope that's true. You have the Eagles and the Bucks. 1 p.m. That's good for me because I want to see him at 1 p.m. Thank God. I hope that's true. You have the 49ers and the Cowboys, 4:30. You have the Steelers and the Chiefs. And lastly, you have the Cardinals and the Rams. Now, I'm going to plot twist. They were waiting for the Saints to get cocky just for that moment. Yeah, they pretty much were. To start, let's take a look at the Raiders and the Bengals. Who I think is going to win between the Raiders and the Bengals. I see the Bengals winning because I got to tell you this right now. This team is smoking hot. The Bengals are red hot coming into this season. Them picking up Jamar Chase and pairing him up with Joe Burrow may be the new quarterback wide receiver tandem in this league, and it's looking dangerous. For Jamar Chase to put up the amount of yards he has put up this season along with touchdowns, I'm telling you, I fear for teams in the AFC that have to go through Cincinnati. The Chiefs found that out the hard way. Now, I'm going to show y'all this real quick. Back in Week 17, when we had the Chiefs versus the Bengals, they found this out the hard way. Here's the deal. Jamar Chase, as a rookie, mind you, he's a rookie, and he did this. He put up 11 catches, 266 yards receiving, and 3 touchdowns. I need to play this one more time. Damn! That is insane for a rookie to be doing that. He literally rubbed his nutsack all over the Chiefs secondary. All over him. So for the Chiefs case, they better pray they don't see him again when they finish beating the Raiders. Because if they have to see them again, I'm going to tell you, he's their worst nightmare. He's their worst nightmare. If there's any team I fear in the AFC that you don't want to see, the Bengals are one of them. The Bengals were one of them. So, yeah, in the AFC, that's the team to fear. It's not the Titans. Definitely not the Titans. No. It's not the Titans. It's the Bengals. It's the Bengals. Especially if Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, if they continue to sync up like that, the AFC's in trouble. Now, we know we have the Patriots and the Bills, and we have, of course, the Titans. They have the number 1. I gotta tell you, I fear the Bengals. They better hope that for the divisional game and so on, that you catch the Bengals slipping. That's all I can say. They're the team to beat, in my opinion, come the wild card in the AFC side. Now, in the NFC side, the NFC is actually harder to predict for who's going to be the hottest team coming into the NFC, because the NFC has had to deal with so much variety coming into the season. Now, you have the following. You have the Packers, who are the 1 seed. The Packers have been very, very good. I ain't going to lie to you. The Packers have been good. But I need y'all to know something with the Packers. The Packers were the 1 seed last year. The Packers were the 1 seed last year, and we know what happened with them when they got to the conference championship game. They choked. So I don't know with the Packers come playoff time. We know how they do things in the regular season. We know Aaron Rodgers going Aaron Rodgers. He gonna get his numbers. We know that. It's the playoffs that we will really have to see what the Packers will do. Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We don't know what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the defending champions. We don't know with them if they're really going to be that good. And the reason why we say this is because the Buccaneers have been dealing with injuries. They just lost Richard Sherman throughout the rest of the year due to IR. They lost another cornerback this year. Their secondary has taken a massive hit. Now, I will say their run game is still good, but their secondary has taken a massive hit. Now, luckily for them, they're going up against the Eagles, who are more known as of late for their run game than they are for their passing game. So they might be able to stop the Eagles there in the run game. But we will see when we see. The Cowboys, the Rams, and Cardinals are 3 of the most suspect teams that have actually won their division. Or better yet, in the case of the Cardinals, they haven't won their division, but they're still suspect. Now, the Rams, you just saw them. They lost to the fucking 49ers, who are scorching hot right now. They're probably the hottest wild card team here. The Cowboys, we'll see. Because they beat up on a Eagles team that basically rested their starters. The game before that, they shit the bed against the Arizona Cardinals. That cost them the 2 seed. The Rams, we don't know the Rams. We don't know. I don't think the Rams are going to go far into the playoffs, people. That's just me. I don't think they are. They got all this talent, and they've been so inconsistent on what they are as a team. You got Matt Stafford at one point throwing over 300 yards, having 3 touchdowns, and then the next week, the motherfucker's out here laying an egg. We don't know with him. We don't know with the Rams. Like, y'all brought in Von Miller. Y'all got Von Miller. Y'all Y'all got Aaron Donald. Y'all got all this talent, and I still don't know what the hell to make of you. I don't know what to make of you. I don't. The Cardinals, I don't know what to make of them either. I don't know what to make of them. Because the Cardinals had, at first, they were the most hot. The Cardinals were literally the hottest team to start the season. They were like 9-0, 10-0, and then next thing you know, these motherfuckers dropped 6 games. They dropped 6 games, like 4 or 5, 6 games. So I don't know what the Cardinals right now. It's like everybody got their number. I mean, yeah, they beat Dallas, but just like Dallas, teams are starting to get their number. On top of that, they're starting to just teeter off a bit. Like I had a feeling they were going to do. These teams that were 1 and 2 to start early in the season, they started to slowly decline, and then sooner or later they're going to end up choking. And that's exactly what's happened with the Cowboys and the 49ers here. Don't get me... Yeah, the Cowboys are a 3 seed, but don't let that fool you. They're very, very suspect for a 3 seed. All right, so the 2 hottest teams here, aside from the Packers, are actually the 49ers and the Eagles here, which is crazy to believe. The 6 and 7 seeds for this side are actually the hottest ones. Nobody wants to see the 49ers, and definitely nobody wants to see the Philadelphia Eagles. The reason why nobody wants to see the Philadelphia Eagles is because, guess what, people? We're in January. It's getting cold out here. Nobody wants to see the Philadelphia Eagles in January football, especially if it's cold where they're at. Now, luckily for the Rams, Cowboys, and Buccaneers, it's not that cold for them, but still, you don't want to see a team that's willing to sit up there and run the ball down your throat and tire you out, because that's what cold January football is there for. Now your meat's been cut off, Jack. Oh my God, don't do that to me, Angelo. But yeah, nobody wants to see the 49ers and the Eagles. And by the way, you said you resent that about the 49ers. No, Omega, that should be a compliment. Because just like what I just said with the Bengals, where nobody wants to see them, nobody wants to see the 49ers and the Eagles. These teams do not want to see these teams. These teams, the Rams don't want to see the 49ers after what just happened to them. The Rams don't want to see them. The Eagles don't, the Buccaneers don't want to see the Eagles. What does the Eagles and 49ers have to do with cold weather? What I'm saying is, when it's cold weather and you run the ball a lot, basically what I'm saying is you're going to be doing a lot of hitting. Like, you're going to be hitting a lot of people. You're going to be very physical when it goes to cold weather. So that's what I mean when I say you don't want to deal with them. I would say this. Luckily for the Buccaneers, the Cowboys, and the Rams, where they're at, they don't have to deal with cold weather because they're dealing with either they get to play inside of a dome. They get to deal with warm weather. That's what I mean. Weather environment matters just as much when it goes to the playoffs. Imagine this: if the Packers stay at the number 1 seed and they're in the conference championship game. Let me ask you this. Do you want to go into Lambeau Field in like 5-degree weather and play football? Answer that. Answer that. Does anybody want to go into 5-degree weather playing football against the Green Bay Packers, who are basically built for this? I don't think you want to. So these teams that are not named the Packers better pray that the Packers get eliminated, because otherwise you don't want to play in cold weather. But basically, it's not even just that when it goes to cold weather, but here's one other thing you have to factor in. The 49ers and the Eagles, this is another reason, see, thank you. This is another reason why these NFC teams in the playoffs, they don't want to see the 49ers and the Eagles. Because they will actually expose them come later in the playoffs. So let's say for an example like this, right? Say the Eagles against the Buccaneers. Say the Eagles push the Buccaneers to the brink. Say they push them to their limit. Say the score ends up being 25-24, and the only reason why it's 25-24 is because of a game-winning field goal from the Buccaneers. That's not a good thing, because that's giving an advantage to the team that's going to face them next in the divisional game and be like, oh shit. So because of the fact that we were in the trenches against the Eagles, they're going to see how do we beat this team, and then they'll go ahead and adopt that to their game plan. That's why you don't want to see the Eagles. That's why you don't want to see the 49ers. So for the 49ers, they don't want, guess what? Cowboys don't want to see 49ers. Buccaneers don't want to see the Eagles. You want to know why? Because these teams have potential to either knock them out the playoffs in the first round, or they have potential to get them knocked out in the divisional game, because the Rams and the Cardinals are going to be looking at this game. The Rams, the Cardinals, and the Packers are going to be looking at this wild card game, and they're going to be like, so that's how you beat them. Let me just go ahead and take this from the Eagles real quick and put this into my playbook, so that way when we face them, we'll know how we'll deal with them. Because every team's goal is to get to the Super Bowl. That's the goal. That's the goal. So when you have teams like that sees that you were having this much of a struggle against, it makes it harder for you to get to the Super Bowl. And the same can be said when it goes to the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, when it goes to the AFC side, when it goes to these teams not wanting to face the Cincinnati Bengals. They may be 10-7, but the Bills don't want to see them. The Chiefs definitely don't want to see them after what just happened to them, seeing as we just talked about Jamar Chase giving them hell. And the Titans definitely don't want to see the Bengals, because while, yes, they're getting their players back, the Bengals have had their players all year long. So, and they know how to exploit suspect teams such as the Titans. And I say suspect off the fact that, we don't know what Julio Jones or A.J. Brown or Derrick Henry are going to do when they come back come playoff time. But, yeah, that's essentially it. Now, if I need to give my Super Bowl predictions, here's my Super Bowl predictions, Phantoms. We're going to go ahead and give that, and then after that, we're going to end it from here. Chase is Yajiro Hamna. Yeah, basically, that's Lamar Chase right now. That's Lamar Chase right now. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give my Super Bowl predictions. Who will be in the Super Bowl this year? On the AFC side, I see the Cincinnati Bengals going to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I can't see it being the Chiefs. I can't see it being the Chiefs. I can't see it being the Chiefs because they're going to be inconsistent come playoff time. I just can't see it. I can't see it being the Chiefs. I can't see it being the Bills. The Bills are also very inconsistent. The Titans, they might make it. I can see the Titans in the Super Bowl. So these are the only two teams for the AFC. I see the Titans and the Bengals as the only two teams I see to get to the Super Bowl. The Raiders, I see them get knocked out. The Patriots, I see them get knocked out. Steelers are going to get knocked out. The Bills and Chiefs, they're going to go bye-bye. It's really going to come down to the AFC Conference game, and I see it being the Titans and the Bengals. For the NFC side, this is going to be a bit of a shocker, people. I'm going to hit y'all with a shocker. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I'm going to hit you with a good shocker here. The two teams, the round out to NFC, that I can see getting to the Super Bowl. That's fine, Doles, because I'm about to end right at this. Thank you so much for coming by, Doles. Thank you for being amazing, man. The two teams I see getting to the Super Bowl in the NFC side are the 49ers. And the Green Bay Packers. Now, I say shocker because y'all heard me just talk about the Green Bay Packers choking when it goes to the NFC Conference title game. But I think they'll have just enough ammo for them to get by, for them to get into the Super Bowl. So I see Aaron Rodgers making his second Super Bowl appearance, his last one being back in 2010 when he had to face the Pittsburgh Steelers and he won. Now, the 49ers, I see them getting there not because of Jimmy Garoppolo, who's very suspect, but I see them getting there because of their defense, because of their run game, and because of George Kittle. And I don't think the Cardinals, the Rams, the Cowboys, or the Buccaneers wants to deal with either one of them. I don't think they want to deal with the 49ers. Now, you're probably surprised. Well, Pooh, why not the Eagles? Because Deebo Samuel. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention Deebo. You know what? I need to have a Deebo command at some point. If I ever mention Deebo Samuel, that'll be the command for him. But and I also need to have a DK command for DK Metcalf, or in this case Donkey Kong. So I need to have a command for him too at some point. Thank y'all. Yo, put that in the stream elements on Gilded, please. So then that way I'll go ahead and I'll look at doing that. That way I won't forget. But yeah, the reason why I don't say the Eagles is because it's, like I said initially, the Eagles are in rebuild. No, seriously, I'm going to keep saying that. The Eagles have actually overachieved way more than they should have. I don't think people understand this. The Eagles coming into this season was supposed to be in a total revamp. They were supposed to come in with a first-year head coach, second-year quarterback, and just do what they can to improve. Show some improvement. Not the fact that they've done more than show improvement is enough. Now, do I see them getting far in the playoffs? No. But if they knock off the defending Super Bowl champions, that's going to have some eyes roll. That's going to have some eyes pay attention to the Philadelphia Eagles for the next offseason, because I don't think y'all know what the Eagles have here. The Eagles have 3 first-round picks. They have their own first-round pick. They have the first-round pick from the Colts that we talked about earlier, and they have the first-round pick from the Miami Dolphins. And 3 of those first-round picks as of now are in the top 20. But if the Eagles beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it'll be 2 in the top 20. However, still, to go to my point, the Eagles have already overachieved. To see them go any farther than they have is a fucking pipe dream. So, if the Eagles somehow get to the NFC Conference Championship game, there'd be nothing that there would be for me to say. For the Eagles to achieve that much to get to the NFC Conference Championship game would be absolutely insane. So, I see the Eagles getting as far as the divisional playoff game, and they will likely get eliminated by the Green Bay Packers, and that's it. The Packers will go on to the NFC Conference Championship game. That's what I see coming. But for the grace of God, if the Eagles fuck around and they get to the NFC Conference Championship game, oh my goodness, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe you. But yeah, I see it being the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. Now, for potential playoff, for potential Super Bowl matchups, the Packers versus the Bengals will probably be a really, really fun matchup to watch, because you get to have that Packers secondary, which is very, very good against Jamar Chase and that Bengals offense. That will be fucking wild to see, just to see a good defense versus another good, versus a good offense. All around, both teams have good defense and good offense, so that will be great to see. Another one for potential playoff matchups is, of course, the Titans and the Packers. For potential Super Bowl matchups, the Titans and the Packers, where Packers' run defense is very good, but we would see how would they fare against Derrick Henry on his return, along with A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. So that would be very interesting to see. And, of course, last but not least, it would be the 49ers versus either the Bengals and the Titans. All 4 potential matchups that we have mentioned here have real potentials to be bangers come in the Super Bowl. All of them sound real good marquee Super Bowl matchups incoming. Now, do I think one of these can happen? Yes, I believe it'll happen. Now, who I think will come out as a Super Bowl winner, I don't know. Because all 4 of these matchups, they're really good. They're really good. But, there you go. That's all that we have to point out here for the NFL playoffs. And, of course, looking back at NFL Week 17, Week 18. I know y'all had fun with the Indianapolis Colts one. I know I sure as hell have, because for the Colts, they got a lot of shit to work on. That's all I got to say. The Colts got a lot to work on. And, of course, I have one more thing to point out here today. Y'all know I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done this for last week. But before we end, we need to talk about what our games of the week are. We need to talk about our games of the week. Now, my first game of the week that I'm going to point out here, of course, is Honkai Impact 3rd. We talked about games earlier, but this is one game I would love for anyone to sit up there and go look at. You know, for an example, let me just have the gameplay up here for Honkai so you'll see what you'll be looking at, what you'll be looking forward to.
3 is a 3D free-to-play action RPG hack and slash that's available to play. We're fighting on a plane going through the city. K is my dodge. Combat feels pretty smooth so far. A little bit dizzy
So from what
flying
you can
around
see
on this
right
plane.
now,
I'm not too sure how we haven't fallen
this is
off
obviously what
this thing
Honkai looks
already.
like. If you guys
We've
are
got a
fans of,
God-tier
say,
pilot. Got another
Devil May
ability,
Cry,
I. What
so
does
to
this
speak,
do?
you will love this game. Because
Big
this
damage
is
by
like
the looks of it.
a waifu. This
Yeah,
is
seems to be
literally
some
a
kind of
waifu
ultimate
version
mode.
of Devil May
Some more
Cry.
anime cutscene here, and now we're on the floor, and it seems
Waifu
like
version
the
of
city has
DMC,
been
but a little bit
wrecked.
more
She
easier.
does the Naruto run by default. I love it. This chick's ready to invade.
And of course,
Area
you got
51,
Kiana right
isn't
here
she?
doing the
Can I
little
just
Naruto.
infinitely
I don't have a
dodge?
problem with that.
No, not infinitely dodge.
She
I
got
can
the
dodge a lot,
Naruto
though.
run
I guess
along
we
with
go here.
along
Okay.
with having
I can
the.
already
It's what
tell this
Genshin
game
tries
will feel
to
bloody
be by the
amazing on
scenes.
mobile.
Yeah,
The
basically.
combat's really good.
That's why I won't
I
mention
like the
Genshin.
dodging. Got like a giant cat paw.
I won't mention
that spawns.
Genshin.
That's my ultimate.
I got no
More
reason to.
anime. Oh, we're
But
back
yeah,
on the plane,
Kiana,
are we?
basically when you start out
Certainly
with
an
the main character you
action-packed
see here, you
start to the
basically
game, that's
have
for sure. So at the end we've got some
a anime, much more anime, cutesy girl version of Bayonetta that does the Naruto run. That's basically Kiana. But then this is also Kiana. When you get further into the game, this is also Kiana here. In fact, you know what? What the hell am I kidding? This is Kiana right here.
Wave goodbye to the past when hope and faith met across. Have grown so strong and sound. For me again to soar above this world. To the moon that always held the world. And riding from the side of the soul. The moon to be blessed.
This is Kiana when you get further into the game. Further and further into the game. This is her recent form. So you'll see the glow up that she had from when you first play as her up until now. Now, if y'all haven't seen enough of the Heritage of Flame Shion, you'll see more of her when I end up getting back on Honkai at some point, because I will be playing more of it at some point in time.
5%.
But yeah,
maxing
pretty
out at
much
20%,
Honkai is
which
one of my
lasts till
main
the battle
games I would
ends.
recommend for anyone to play
Like
this week, whenever you guys have the time. If you love your anime girl, your anime waifu girls, if you love the artwork that you see of them,
trigger a global time fracture for 4 seconds.
you'd love it.
Visibility
You'd
can
love
be
it like
toggled.
how I love it. Now, another game is on PC. Is it controller compatible? Yes, it is, because I use my PS4 controller all the time to play the game, and I absolutely love it. By the way, you said you need a decent laptop. Let me hit you with the specs for Honkai Impact, so that way you'll know. System requirements. It shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't be that much for system requirements. In fact, here it is on Steam. You guys can play it on Steam, in case if you were wondering. As you can see, it's right here. And there's the specs for the game. If you guys cannot see, let me just go ahead and just highlight them for you. I said that because I had this HP for almost 6 years now. Ah, okay, I understand. But those are the system requirements for the game, and i3, 61, AMD, whatever. Or you do need a graphics card. I will say that you will need some form of a graphics card, like an AMD GTX 660, which is very, very old, or a recommended one. You'll need a 1060 for recommended. But pretty much the game should be easy to run for some PCs that you'll get out in the world. I know I'm not looking at something like an anywhere. Oh no, I definitely get you. But yeah, it's pretty easy of a game to run for some people if you got the hardware for it. Now, next for my games of the week, I need to give you guys a classic game of the week here. Y'all know how I usually do this. I need to give y'all a game of the week here for a classic. This right here is a classic for me. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I will this time. This game for me is a downright classic, and I absolutely love playing this game. This is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, where we be out here just beating people ass in the story as Liu Kang or Kung Lao. And you just giving them hell. Absolutely love this game. You could get this on the PlayStation 2, the Xbox. You could also get this on the PCSX2 emulator as well. So hopefully at some point, if you guys got a good emulator or if you guys got a PlayStation 2 around, you can try this out. This game for me, I love this game. I'll forever play it. It's just fun. It's just fun beating people ass. In open, in like a story mode kind of setting.
Powerful attacks will now break some objects.
Yeah, this game for me is great. I'm gonna see if I can go to a specific part where we see some fighting. Here it is, right here. Oh God, I didn't even know you could do that. You have the camera be that close. You get to fight these weird demon monsters. Damn. But yeah, as you can see, this game's like, yeah, always fun for me. It was always fun, in my opinion, to play these classics. But if y'all got any more in mind that y'all want to go ahead and mention, feel free. Mention some old classic games that even I may not have heard of at some point in time. Alright. I'm going to give y'all one other classic. And this comes from the 360 era. Sadly, that's the only way you can get this game is that you would need to have an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One or an Xbox Series X. Basically, anything Xbox. I love this series. I still play this game to this day. This shit here. Gears of War 2, man. Anybody play Gears of War 2? Because I know I sure as hell have. And I still play the story to this day. I will never not get enough of Gears of War 2. In fact, I might play it tonight. I might play it when we're done here.
Might versus light.
Meaning.
So,
Did I take an extra gun?
definitely Gears of War. Another one of those games for me where you don't have to be a big fan of you don't have to be a big shooter fan. You don't even have to go all that hard when it goes to shooters, but you could just enjoy a good story. And this game here, Gears of War 2 in particular, gave me a great story. Really did a good job making me care about specific characters in the game. And such as Carmine, I absolutely love Carmine. Carmine's my favorite, Ben Carmine. And then of course you got Maria. We all know what happened with Maria. You know, Dominic, of course, Marcus, you know, being the grizzled veteran that he is. Yeah, I love Gears of War 2. Now, the Gears of War trilogy, I should say, from 1 to 3 will always be a series that I would recommend for anyone to sit up there and just play and have fun with. In my opinion, the games after 3 were unnecessary, still is unnecessary, and I wouldn't play. Because it ruins what the first 3 brought. It kills the story of what the first 3 brought. That's just me. So yeah, like I said, the only way you can get Gears of War 2, at the very least, you would have to get it by having an Xbox. The same can be said for Gears of War 3. You will need to have an Xbox. Now, Gears of War 1 or Gears of War Ultimate Edition, you need to have an Xbox and a PC. Along with Gears of War 4 and 5, you can have a PC with them. And that's relatively it. So, I got one more. And it's not a classic. This one's going to be rather recent. 2 more rather recent games I'm going to mention here. So, y'all heard me talk about Yakuza earlier, right? Well, Yakuza's making this list. Because Yakuza right now is on a sale. So, I believe... Let me check and see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. You got Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami that you just saw me beat, and Yakuza 2, Yakuza Kiwami 2. Right now, they're on very, very good sales. This is not just with Canada. This is just with everyone else, everywhere else around the world. Grab Yakuza. Now, for people that don't know what it is, let me just hit you with Yakuza 0, and you'll see that's relatively what Yakuza looks like. If you guys are down for a fun beat 'em up, definitely play some Yakuza. You can grab Yakuza through the Xbox, you can grab it through the PC, and you can grab it through the PlayStation as well. Yakuza running fades? Yeah, pretty much. Stay running fades. Kiryu stay running them fades. That's all you do is just running people's fades. Super serious cutscene. Right. I know, right? Yakuza love taking itself serious. So anyways, I started playing with Hot Wheels. Oh my god. Who said that? Who said that? On some petty stuff. Yeah, it'd be over something real petty out here just running people's fades. But yeah, pretty much, guys. Those are my games that I would say check out for now. Oh, one more, because it's coming up in a few hours. I need to point this out too. I have to do this. No one. Second and serious cutscene the next year beating little kids at electric toy cars. Yeah. You're beating kids at electric toy cars or playing some weird card game where you have girls wrestling one another in bikinis and shit. Apparently that's for kids. Apparently that's for kids. But pretty much I have to point this out too. Monster Hunter Rise.
Ever wanted to beat the crap out of a prehistoric big bird that throws wing uppercuts and does double
And of course I got ACG's review.
leg backflips with a
But
giant
yeah,
warhammer?
Monster Hunter Rise will be the last
It's
game
for
I will mention
brains,
throughout the
and you
rest
get
of
to
this
do that.
week
It
because we will be playing it this week.
starts with a
because we will
story
be
about a cycle
playing
of
it this
rampaging
week.
beasts that attack the town, and that cycle is repeating itself now. And who could blame them? You show up and murder fun to use really does overall skew a bit more towards the skills that you're going to put on.
Yeah,
later on,
Monster Hunter
and
Rise
which
is
of
now
those
going to be
weapons
officially
they can
out for the
versus it
PC.
when you go against different enemies. Anything that's
Tomorrow,
overly complex, when you do
midnight,
add the
12
wire bug on
a.m.
top of it,
Eastern
allows for
Standard Time. It will
combinations
be
of just
out.
crazy stuff,
So
and then
hopefully
you
I'll
have the
be able to
switch
get my
skills on top
code
of
and I'll
that.
be able to
Something like the
download the
Charger Blade,
game
which
and
requires
have
a
some
bit
fun
more
with that.
finesse and
That's
a bit
why
more
I'm happy to be off
does
on a
incredible
Wednesday.
damage and allows
That way
you
I'll
to
be
build
able
up your
to
combo meters
play
pretty
the game
quickly,
with
but
you
you start
guys and
mixing in
be
the
able to
different skills
have
from
some
your
fun,
creatures,
chill out
the
with that.
switch attacks,
So
and
yeah,
some of the two people who
for
have the
people
same
that
exact
can't
stuff
get
don't
Monster
play
Hunter Rise
exactly
through
the
the
same.
Switch,
A good idea of a switch skill for me is normally with the long
you
sword,
can
you
get
just
it
have your multiple
through
attacks,
here.
you've got
You
a
can get it
special.
through PC.
But one of the specials that you can get with a switch skill is an attack that starts from far off, slides toward the enemy, hits them, and no matter if you're moving or not, it deals a
I'm gonna stop the video now. But yeah, that's it. Those are my games throughout the rest of this week. Now, speaking of that, let's go on for the schedule throughout the rest of this week, shall we? Alright, so it's the schedules throughout the rest of this week. Of course, like I just said, we have Monster Hunter Rise coming up for the PC. I will be playing that game with you guys 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the PC version. Thursday, 4:30 p.m. we will have movie night on Stormy's Discord. So yeah, if you guys are not in it, now's the time to get into it. We do movie night and we have a lot of fun with that. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Slide 2. We'll be back with Slide 2, 4:30 p.m. as well. And 8:30 p.m., since we're taking a break with Yakuza for a bit, we are going to be playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. So those will be the games that I will be playing this week. And of course, Sunday, 1 p.m. will officially be the NFL playoffs. Don't forget to go to Kev's Discord. We'll be watching the playoffs unfold. And there you go. That's it throughout the rest of the week. Till then, Phantoms, thank you all so much for being absolutely amazing. Thank you all for having some good fun with me here today. I hope that the games that I have given y'all, you guys can check out for yourselves, whether it's Monster Hunter Rise, whether it's with Yakuza, whether it's with some PS2 games. Sorry for DMs. Do not apologize because I'm going to take a good look at that. Yeah, I'm happy that you guys enjoyed. I'm happy everybody really enjoyed tonight. And enjoyed today's little episode of Lightning Round. We talked about all that we had to talk about. Good Lord, Choco, this is phenomenal and I love it. But yeah, till then, guys, I hope I'll be able to see you all tomorrow for Monster Hunter Rise on the PC. If not, I will see you guys on Friday, or I'll see you later on. It doesn't matter. Till then, guys, every second, every minute, every hour you guys spend with me is every second, every minute, every hour I'm blessed and thankful for. You guys have yourself a good rest of the day, and I will see you later. Check out the Good server where you could, come by and chat with the rest of your fandoms. Peace.